So the first creative leadership trait is empathy. Empathy is so central to our creative disciplines. Having empathy really allows you to see what everyone may see on the surface, but it allows you to get under that surface and really get a greater understanding of what experience the individual or a community is going through and what their needs are, that oftentimes people cannot see. By doing this, this is where we get to true, meaningful, and beneficial design solutions. And so I want to share an example of what seeing what others see but finding what others don't looks like.
Post a ball.
So not long ago, there were no performance hijabs available to athletes to compete in, not even at an Olympic level. You had championship level fencers wearing a hijab with traditional fabric. And if you think about it, within these conditions, that material would get wet, it would get heavy and stiff and obstruct your hearing. And again, this is something we can't see, but the athlete is experiencing. And it causes an unfair advantage because what happens is that inability to not hear leads to being penalized for false starting times. And it also didn't interact with the uniforms, which further hindered athlete performance. And so through those traits of empathy and the all-important dimension of that, which is curiosity, the Nike design team introduced the Nike Pro Hijab innovation. Doing this by seeing, listening, and feeling the voice of the stories of these athletes, they were able to deliver a lighter, softer, and more breathable garment. As you can see here on Xenia Nassar, a German boxer, as she said in her own words, suddenly I could hear, I wasn't as hot, and it felt like my body was able to cool down faster and better. And she went on to say that innovations like this, really serve as a symbol of empowerment. In this case, they help advance that conversation around hijabs and Muslim women in sports. And so in this case, you see that idea of creativity and design being more evenly distributed beyond the people that have access to it. And so what I would ask you to ponder, something I think about a lot, is as an individual and as a collective, how do you expand your peripheral vision, right? Most of us are just looking down or looking right in front of us, and we can't see the opportunities beyond that. And then how do you look at past the simple observations or assumptions that we might have and truly address the needs of underserved communities?